What's going on, guys? I know we've had a lot of mountain biking action on the channel lately. Mountain Bike Action, great magazine back in the day. Anyway, we've done a couple of GoPro and action camera reviews, and I thought today we would do another one. I picked up this GoPro Hero 9 Black, Hero 9 Black off of Amazon last week. Spoiler alert, I've already opened it and played around with it, but we're gonna reopen it today, see what you get, and then look at some footage. So if that interests you, stick around. We'll be right back with my thoughts on the GoPro Hero 9 Black. See you soon. Okay guys, so the Hero 9 Black from GoPro, this one has the Hyper Smooth 3.0, which is actually why I picked it up. So I wanted to do the Hyper Smooth for mountain biking. The Vivitar and honestly pretty much everything else works pretty good for road cycling, for driving, POVs, that sort of thing. But the bouncing around, that Hyper Smooth makes a huge difference, and all the cameras I currently have had or have reviewed have been a little lacking in that aspect. So we're going to definitely take a look at this one. Waterproof to 33 feet or 10 meters. It's a 5K 30 or 4K 60 camera. You have a lot of options. 1080p live streaming, which is great. We may do some live streams on the other channel, Wristwatch Addiction, my wristwatch channel, on this guy, doing some live streams. But yeah, and a 20 megapixel camera. So pretty cool overall. And then of course you have your app compatibility, so you can transfer video straight from the camera to your phone. I do most of my uploads from phone, so that works out really well. Google Play and App Store. And as you can see, I've already opened this packaging and played around with it, but I actually really want to talk first and foremost about the packaging. I know that's not part of the review, but I was in the packaging industry for over a decade. And it's something that I really notice. I like the coloration of the packaging, the offset of the dark and the light, all that stuff. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about how they introduce you to the product to give you kind of a taste and kind of wet your lips to want to see more. That's a sales technique. It's really good technique. The other thing is how this is completely sealed. All the sides are completely sealed, and the rear bottom is completely sealed. And you have a pull tab to rip this thing open. So once it's open, you know it's been open. This helps with, people buying stuff using it and then selling it as new. You can't do that with this packaging. Well, I suppose you could up here, but it would be very difficult to do. And someone paying attention would notice. So I just thought that was a very, very cool thing that they've done with the packaging. But onto that GoPro. So we get rid of that packaging, and we'll take a look at this really cool package internal. This is your carrying case. It's not a shielded case, but a cushion case to protect your investment that you've just made. Zip up, and again, I've played around with this, but I tried to repackage it as best I could. You have your instruction manual, or what amounts to an instruction manual here these days. Is basically go to the App Store and it'll show you how to work it. But you have like a micro instruction manual, your charging cable, your GoPro itself, the GoPro 9 Black. You have one mount that's a clip-in mount, your battery, your rechargeable battery, which is pretty necessary if you want to run a camera. This is part of the mounts. Obviously, if you've never used a GoPro, basically it goes in here and you twist it to tighten the GoPro. And then a stick-on mount. And the GoPro itself, I believe they started this on the 8. Instead of having see if I can get these to come out easily. Instead of having a separate frame to go around your GoPro and would attach to other mounts, you have an integrated mount. So that just slides right in, and then your threaded knob here just tightens right down. So super simple. Anything GoPro 8 on, at least in the Black series, is going to have that, and really nice to have it as an integration instead of having to wrap a frame. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if I can reach it, early models of the GoPro were all inclusive. It was all one piece. The actual GoPro was built into the case. You could not remove it. And then later iterations were like this Vivitar. You had this frame that the camera fit in. So yeah, there's that. The new setups from like the 8 Black on, just really nice. I especially like that, and I like that you get a really nice travel case with it as well. Size and weight wise, not much has changed from the 7 white, silver, black that we reviewed to the GoPro 9. Yeah, not much at all. You have 2-button design, power over here, the rest over here. So super simple. Yeah, not a lot to talk about there. So fully rechargeable batteries, so you can carry as many batteries as you want and just change them as they wear down. Also integrated micro SD port. You have rear-facing camera as well as forward-facing camera, which is very nice. But really cool camera so far. I think what we should do, take all these little sticky pieces off and charge her up and see how the footage looks compared to maybe the Vivitar, maybe the GoPro 7. See what the jump of 2 iterations from a 7 silver to a 9 black is. And yeah, let's do that now. Okay, so riding with the GoPro Hero 9 Black, and this is a fairly bumpy trail. So I have Hyper Smooth on, I also have Boost on, a number of other settings, but the settings I did not mess with are the color settings. So compared to this GoPro 7 Silver, I want you to take a look at the color, not just the ground color, which is very brown, but the greens, how the greens are sort of washed out, and then as it sort of pans up, the overall lighting of this video. This was taken at about the same time of day as this Hero 9 Black, and I want you to look at this comparison. Yes, I'm angled more toward the ground, so it's going to pick up more brown. But out of the box, without any editing, this Hero 9 Black appears to have much better color representation than the Hero 7 Silver. You can see very blue blues, very white whites. The yellow greens are the way they should be, not green green, not gray brown. So that is the big thing I'm really impressed with. I thought it was going to be this Hyper Smooth, and the Hyper Smooth is fantastic. The Hyper Smooth with Boost and some of the other settings I've done, and we'll talk about that in another video, but that is great. I'm bouncing around like crazy and it's holding true. Almost to a fault, almost to take away some of the challenge of the trail in this video. But I think the big takeaway for me between the GoPro 7 Silver and the GoPro 9 Black is the color that is transposed straight out of the box. Now, yes, you can go into your editing software and you can fine tune that 7 after the fact. You can fine tune this 9. You could make this 9 much worse, but I think it's really impressive that they've done this coloration straight out of the box. And I don't think that's an accident. I think that's very much on purpose. That's one of the complaints action cams always have, is that they don't really look that realistic, sort of fish-eyed, sort of the colors don't really transpose the way they should. This one, they're doing much, much better. This makes me want to pick up a GoPro 10 to compare it. Maybe even a GoPro 8. I'm not going to do any more whites or silvers. I'm definitely going to stick with the black. You just get more options with the black. The front-facing camera, the more options as far as like your recording, your recording options. So yeah, we'll definitely stay with the black. But I'm very, finally I have a GoPro I'm happy with, and that's really saying something. From the Hero 3 till now, I have not been. So yeah, I say go pick one up, guys.